Welcome, everyone, to the newest episode of our Dragon Ball Unnamed podcast. I think that should be the name. The Unnamed podcast. I will be hosting today, Garri, if you don't know me. I am also joined by Ben, who kind of wants to relax a little bit today. Ben, how are you today?
I'm not too bad, thank you. This is my fourth podcast of the weekend.
Well, I think we're going to make it 5 or 6 after this one. I'll make another one up.
Well, no, I might be on one on Tuesday, so, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, good luck with that.
Thank you.
If you're still alive by then, we'll talk. We're also joined by, unfortunately, Tim Noons. Tim, how are you?
Unfortunate. How are you?
I'm just peachy. For this podcast, at least. I get to, take over like I should have.
You get to be the top.
Took away my reign of terror a couple of weeks ago. But it's good to be back. We're also joined by newcomer, also a fan of Dragon Ball, who marathoned the shit out of it for the last 2 weeks, Mr. Christopher DeVisser.
Thank you, Garri. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm happy to finally be joining you, as we just did the first podcast ever of mine. So it's been an exciting experience so far.
Yes. Now people will know the misery I have to deal with when I talk to you.
They will learn.
Right.
Oh, yes, they will learn.
Chris, I've
Yes.
got a big important question to ask you. What did you think of the part when Hercule goes Super Saiyan?
I'm sorry, when who goes Super Saiyan?
Hercule.
No,
It was
very
amazing.
important.
It was amazing. It was the best thing ever. I always knew he had it in him.
There we go. No, I like him the best. As everyone knows, Hercule is the best character in Dragon Ball. Not
Word
only
her,
did
man.
he stop
Word
Cell,
her.
he also stopped Kid Buu.
And he stopped Beerus.
See?
Single-handedly, he stopped Beerus from
And
destroying
just
the
think
Earth.
about it. He is the only human to ever meet God.
Yes, indeed.
So, yeah.
He was, and the strongest fighter of Universe 7 also trains at Hercule's dojo.
Yeah. And Hercule and the son of the strongest fire married his daughter.
Yes.
Wow, you're really greasing this one, guys.
Wow,
I like it.
is this the Hercule podcast? Seriously?
Oh, can we turn into the Hercule podcast? I would love it.
It's the Hercule Appreciation Podcast.
Oh my god,
It's an
Chris, you're
attempt
not
to-
invited anymore.
Or should we say, I'm going to get so insulted and bad nails. A lot of really religious comments coming in. 3, 2, 1. Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
Hail Satan! Mr. Satan!
My god. Not joining us is my good friend Franzi. Alfonso is not here, unfortunately.
He's training with Boo.
Yeah, he's gone right now. I'm sad. Who knows if he'll be back? Hopefully he will. We don't know. But there is no episode of Super this week. Last week was the last episode. That was a good one, we thought.
Yeah.
But it's not about us today. Let's talk to Chris and his thoughts on, I want to say Super, but let's just talk about the Universal Survivor arc right now, because we'll recap Super when it's all over and done with. Chris,
Yes.
what did you think so far of the Universal Survival arc?
I mean, I've been loving it. You know me, I'm not really a very harsh critic when it comes to certain things. Not as harsh as most people are. Overall, I've really, really enjoyed this arc. I think it's definitely been one of the best Dragon Ball's ever done. Maybe still not as amazing as the Frieza arc from Dragon Ball Z. But I mean, I can't complain because Freezy Pop is back, and seeing him in action is always fun. Overall, I was very sad when Universe 9 got eliminated.
9?
Yeah.
You mean 6?
Well, them too. I'm getting to 6. Calm down.
Oh, okay.
You know, because 9 had the cute cat and bunny girl in it, so I was super disappointed with that.
Of course.
And then of course I was really sad about 6, just because you could see at the I love Beerus. I absolutely love Beerus. I think he's been the best character that they could have introduced for any kind of Dragon Ball like revival back when Super first came out. You know, Battle of the Gods movie came out, and then to see, I mean, you know, Beerus is who he is. He's a god of destruction, but to see him actually convey the emotion that he conveyed, however small it was, when his brother got erased, was very, to me, heartwarming, because you know, he just kind of turned away and asked the shows, and broke the fourth wall and told the narrator to say something.
Okay.
So that to me was just like, oh my god, like he is sad that his brother. It was like earlier in the series when he had Super Shenron. He wished for Earth back in Universe 6. Yeah. And you know, he claimed to Whis that it was just so that Champa would owe him later, but you could tell that he cares about his brother. Like, it's nice to see that side of Beerus, the same way that he's now caring for the rest of the Universe 7 warriors. When he told Master Roshi that he was impressed and he respected him, that he told Gohan that he did a good job, like that really building on Beerus's character there and really showing him evolve as a character throughout the series has just been my favorite part of it.
I felt a little weird about it because Beerus himself said, like, say something, but he said nothing to, like, he never really said goodbye to him in that episode, which kind of made me upset because he wanted to, but he didn't.
And that's what makes it so cool. Like, despite his pride, like, he wanted something to be said and he just couldn't do it. So like, he got that glimpse. It's just a glimpse, and it's nice.
And then Champa leaving like he did, of course, completely in character for him, just to, you know, do that standard insult, you know, right at the end instead of a tearful goodbye.
Yeah, straight up. Who have like been the standouts for you in this tournament? Like, who do you want to see return the most, or return in general?
To be honest, none of the. I mean, like from the other universes that got erased, or like to be honest, nobody from most of the other universes like really stood out to me. Like I hated Universe 2. Oh my god, Reba Rian just so the transformation. I loved when Android 17 like blasted them in the middle of their transformation. And was just like, they were open. What do you want me to do? And then everybody's just like, come on, you gotta let him transform. And he's just like, fine, whatever. Get on. Like I love Android 17 has been fantastic in this arc too. I've just absolutely loved everything about that character, about his like no nonsense, you know, don't bullshit me responses to everything. But I was kind of sad to see after everything that happened to Universe 10. That what's his name, Zawasu, after basically losing his apprentice during the Goku Black arc. Yeah, it was, and then just saying, well, that's how it ends. Like I'm kind of hoping that we'll at least see more of Universe 10 in the future, because they kind of just brought him in for the Goku Black arc, and now they were just kind of erased.
And I felt bad because 90% of their fighters were literally like adrenaline junkie steroid users.
They were protein shakes. Come on.
Steroids!
And they all just nobody really stood out for either, except for the last one that Gohan fought. But let's see, what else? Let's see. Nine, of course, I would like to see... I liked the characters from 9. I didn't like their God of Destruction or their Kai, but the characters that inhabited Universe 9. I really liked the Trio de Dangers. They were some, I thought, some pretty well developed characters. I would have liked to see a bit more of. And then some of the other fighters when they were all teaming up again, not just because of the cat girls, Garri, but like some of the other fighters in that universe, I would have been interested to see more of their backstory. And let's see, yeah, Universe 3 really didn't stand out to me. I mean, they were just kind of, with all the robotic characters. So I could honestly care less if I ever see them again. I kind of dug the Kai though, because he was all about like researching everybody. And Universe 4, I kind of liked the animosity between Quitala and Beerus, and I kind of, because it was a cat and mouse thing, so they were constantly like at each other's throats. I appreciated that. And then
this is how stupid it is. I just realised that.
So did I. Did I.
Yeah, I was laughing when they were yelling at each other over whether Roshi's God, what is it? The little pots that he used for that capturing ability were safe or not. And they just kind of were yelling at each other about it, and Zeno told them both to basically shut up.
Wave.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. The evil containment wave. Yeah, so that was. I would like to see that come back just for more of that little animosity there. And so far, though, I will be sad if Universe 11, if those characters don't came back, because I really, really enjoyed Dispo. I thought he was an awesome that was an awesome fight to watch, in my opinion. To really see him pull his abilities out, and for them to realize that it's like, if Gohan hadn't restrained him and taken the hit from Frieza, they wouldn't have been able to beat him, because you can't beat something that's moving faster than the speed of light. And then Toppo I was pleasantly surprised to see him unleash his powers as a God of Destruction candidate, and even more excited to see Vegeta actually wreck his shit at the end of that fight, and to see how much more powerful Vegeta's become. So yeah, all in all, a few of the universes that I really enjoyed, a few of them that I could care less about. Ups and downs, with everyone. God, that transformation from Universe 2, when it was the 3 guys doing it, I about fell out of my chair. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. This is so uncomfortable to watch. It was just so awful.
I thought it was great. Everybody hated that universe, but I thought it was fun.
I mean, it was hilarious, but oh my God, they were so annoying, always going on about love. Show him your love. Give him your love. We've got enough love for everyone. And then she turns around and has the nerve to give Android 18 shit because she loves Krillin because he's bald. How can you love somebody so ugly? Fuck you, bitch.
Krillin is big, and 18 just gets it.
He is.
Oh man. Let me ask you this then, Chris. Let's talk about the last few episodes then, like the last maybe 5, when all the really big stuff started happening. We had Dispo show his true power. Mm-hmm. We had Toppo become God of Destruction. Everything that happened with Vegeta and even Frieza, for that matter. What are your thoughts on like Toppo becoming God of Destruction and still allowing to compete in the tournament? We all thought, at least from what I remember, he should have been disqualified. Because if Gods of Destruction are not allowed to compete in the tournament, why is he allowed to now that he's become a God of Destruction? And how do you feel about what happened with like 17 and in particularly like Vegeta's transformation and even Goku's Ultra Instinct transformation?
All right. Yeah, a couple of questions there. Let me start off with Toppo. I thought that too when I first watched the episode. Like, wait, so they're okay with him? Like, because if he uses his destruction power and kills one of the fighters, he'll get disqualified anyway. So what's going on? Maybe he knew that they could resist it, and he was just trying to damage them. I don't know. As far as him becoming a god of destruction, like in the middle of the fight, I think it's okay because they said that any abilities that you use are good to go. So if you whatever your abilities are that you bring with just your body to the tournament is fine. Now I realize they make exceptions for Roshi for his evil containment wave and that, and Krillin throwing his shoe at the one dude's snout. But it still counted because it was his clothing, I guess. But Toppo unleashing his power that he's training for, I don't think disqualifies him because he's still technically a candidate to be the Universe 11's next God of Destruction. I kind of think they're doing kind of pushing the same way with Goku, which is why Beerus has taken an interest in him, because I think he wants to push Goku into becoming the Universe 7's God of Destruction. Because he even asked him earlier in the series, straight out.
It's Whis that wants to make him...
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I think Beerus does too, because he asked him if he wants to be a God of Destruction, like when he was training him before.
Your universe is screwed when every position of power has now been offered to Goku.
Yeah. Well, and that too, and I'll come to that too in a second here. So I think that Toppo's God of Destruction transformation was okay because he's not a full-fledged God of Destruction, but he does have that power. Now in response to Vegeta overcoming that power, I mean, Vegeta's been training with his own God of Destruction and his own angel to get more powerful, and he's not about to let Goku outshine him in any shape or form, as we know. So I mean, usually Vegeta is the guy that takes out the number 2, if you will, because Vegeta's the number 2. And so it made sense that Vegeta would be the one to overcome Toppo and show that he is powerful enough to take down a quote-unquote God of Destruction. So I was fine with it. And Vegeta doing that, he's always talking about his Saiyan pride anyways, and how he doesn't throw anything away. He's stronger because of what he has to protect and all that. So I was okay with seeing Vegeta take down Toppo. In fact, I was hoping that it would be him that did it, barring obvious preview spoilers that they always throw in. Spoiler Ball Z or Spoiler Ball Super.
It's terrible.
And then Android 17, I have a feeling that we haven't seen the last of him. And if you'll notice, they never explicitly blacked out his picture on the little God pad.
He died.
We don't know we don't know that he died for sure. We never know if somebody is dead for sure in Dragon Ball. People always come back. So I mean, he could be vaporized, or he could be napping next to Frieza. When they decide what they want to show. Big spoon, little spoon. They could be cuddling, getting their energy.
I don't know. He blew himself up with the self-destruct in his body. So I don't know.
I don't know. But I don't think we're in the last of 17, though, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So especially when his character was just really getting so good with that whole
MVP,
arc.
man.
Oh,
MVP.
yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. 17's been great.
I hope we just get, after Tournament Power and the new series stuff, with boat arc, where we just have Android 17 just riding his boat everywhere.
He's talking about using the Super Dragon Balls to wish for a cruiser. Like, oh my god, dude, just ask Bulma for one. She'll buy it for you. My god.
Then you can make a music video about I'm on a boat. That'd be amazing.
And then to answer your boats and hoes, yes, dude. But to answer your last question about Goku, and I've told you this before, the Dragon Ball, its entire existence is based on the notion that Goku is always getting stronger, is pushing himself past his limits, is forcing himself to get stronger. In order to do that, he always needs an opponent that's more powerful than him. We've seen it with Raditz, with Frieza, with Cell, Boo. The first time he fights Majin Buu, he pushes himself to go Super Saiyan 3. Beerus pushed him to go Super Saiyan God. Each time he fights, there's a more powerful enemy, and he pushes himself to get stronger. And Beerus is so terrified, and you can see it in his face when he sees Goku go all Ultra Instinct, because suddenly Goku is beyond now the strength of the gods of destruction. He's to the levels of the angels that he can now fight on, as we explained that everything is completely on instinct. That's how the angels fight, is with that Ultra Instinct. And Whis made that perfectly clear. And so I do love seeing Beerus's expression again. That he's happy that Goku's reached that level because he knows it's the only way he can beat Jiren. But he's also real pissed because now he knows that Goku can beat him in a fight, and he never wanted him to get to that point deep down. That's why his face is half smiling, half pissed off. But I am loving Ultra Instinct and Perfect Instinct Goku now. I'm really excited I'm excited to see this last fight play out, simply because it's all going to happen so fast. And with Goku reaching this new ability, and can I say too that I think I don't know if the rest of you have seen One Punch Man.
Yes.
Okay, so Tim has. I really think that because One Punch Man got so popular, I think that the creators of Dragon Ball Super have pushed this level of Goku moving ahead because they had to. They had to show us something.
So what you're saying, Vegeta is going to be like Genos?
Yeah, pretty much. He's never going to be able to approach Goku. He'll get stronger on his own. But now they want to show us, hey, if we put Goku in a fight with Saitama, Perfect Instinct Goku could beat Saitama because he can dodge everything that Saitama throws at him. So therefore, take that, One Punch Man. I think deep down that was something that they wanted.
Well, I always say
that
Jiren's pretty much Goku's Batman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Because he can't beat him otherwise. Because Jiren's always gonna.
No, I'm just saying that Jiren's backstory is Batman, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's ask Chris about that. You like Jiren?
Oh, but wait, before we do that, 1 second.
Yes.
By the way, I read the manga. The manga's really far behind compared to the anime, which is unusual for Japan, really. But in the manga, Beerus actually has access to Ultra Instinct.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't been following the manga.
It's like the Omen version, pretty much. I think he's not even an Omen, it's just he can do it slightly. Because they had in the manga, they had a fight of all the gods of destructions fighting each other to test the arena.
Nice. So it wasn't just the three in the manga, it was all of them?
Yeah, it was all of them except for the fox. The fox decided not to fight. But yeah, they're all fighting each other. But they all decided, because it was Universe 7 that started it, that they'll gang up on Beerus. And Beerus fought all the gods of destruction on his own.
Nice.
See, they should have had an episode of that.
And then the Grand Priest is like, okay, you got to test the arena and fight. Now you all have to fix it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they had to fix the tournament they broke. And they're all pissy because they're like, we're not gods of creation, we're gods of destruction. Blah, 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 blah.
So that's what was so funny in the manga, because it was just the three, and the fish dude, Gren or whatever, sat out. And I like Liqueur though. I like not just because he's a cool looking fox god. He looks like the Kitsune, fox god. But I liked his powers the best out of him. He could make the sword and all that.
But yeah, he was smirking
Anyways.
because like, I don't have to fix it because I didn't fight. He knew what was going on. He knew that was going to happen. So, but yeah.
Okay, so Chris, your thoughts on Jiren? I know you like the character, but what did you think of the reveal of his backstory and, in my opinion, how drastically his character became an absolute douchebag after that was revealed?
So let me start that by saying this series, this arc has suffered from one thing that I always see anime suffering from, and it's that minutes don't mean shit. It does not matter how long.
It's the Frieza blowing up Namek.
Yeah.
Thing where 5 minutes, 20 episodes later.
Yeah, dude. This whole the tournament, that episode, the Tournament of Power is ending in 4 minutes. And then for Creepy Clown God, I'm sorry, I hate him so bad. Creepy Clown God goes into Jiren's backstory, and it takes 4 fucking minutes for him to tell everybody how Jiren, wanted to get all powerful. That just irritated me, like, really. And it was so, they tried to, I don't know, it just seems so sappy and so pointless, and I'm just like, why do I care? Okay, so Jiren has the same backstory as like 90% of everybody else in every universe that grew up in some kind of war zone. Like, and he managed to be that universe's version of a Super Saiyan that could push themselves beyond their limits to become all powerful. Like, I don't know. Jiren's backstory didn't impress me that much. Like, I was thinking that it would have been some. He's pretty much Afro Samurai at that point. I enjoyed him earlier on as a character, just how he, I was kind of like with Zeno when he when he's being all cute and he's mimicking, he's like, warrior, sleep, and they're like, yeah, Jiren's so cool. I love Zeno-sama when he gets all excited and about the warriors and that. I don't think Jiren's necessarily a douchebag. Like, I don't think he's acting douchey. He's being realistic about things. He has a straightforward outlook on it that says, if you want anything to get done, you have to do it yourself, and you have to be the strongest. And if you're not strong, then I'm not going to pity you for losing or getting eliminated. Like, it's your fault you didn't train harder. I don't hate that part of Jiren's character. I actually really respect it because he's right. At the end of the day, if you're not strong enough, you're not going to win. And he's proven that. But at the same time, that's why after Goku gets his Ultra Instinct going like full on, and he smirks because he sees that Goku is the type of person that's just like him, that he keeps pushing and pushing to get stronger no matter what. And I think that I love Goku has that ability to bring that out in all of his enemies. Even Frieza, he brings that out in them, that he's just able to. He's simple. He's just, I want to get stronger. I want to keep training. Power. Yeah, that's all Goku. That's all Goku cares about. Is just, I want to get stronger. I'm going to get stronger. And Jiren respects him for it. Beerus respects him for it. Hell, Frieza even respects him for it. And it's just like, he even plays to his weakness earlier when he goes to get Frieza. And he's like, don't you want to see my final form? And he's like, you know my weakness. You evil bastard. You know my weakness. Yes, I want to fight you at your strongest. And so that, and again, Jiren is like the perfect. They set Jiren up to, despite his mediocre backstory, to be this perfect individual that could bring Goku to the next level. And that is Ultra Instinct, which basically is like, haha, cheat codes, you can't hit me, I'm in God mode.
Does that mean the next series of Dragon will be called Dragon Ball Ultra?
Ooh, good call, Ben. I like that.
Because Super was Super Saiyan, Ultra Instinct.
All right, well, let's talk about Ultra Instinct for a second. I talked to Tim about this, I believe, yesterday or the day before. I feel like Ultra Instinct is the first transformation that's been meaningful since Gohan went Super Saiyan 2. Let me explain. When Gohan went Super Saiyan 2, we saw an enormous power difference between him and Cell. And of course, Gohan's cockiness caused his dad's death and for him to get wounded. And then we saw the whole beam struggle and Vegeta saving the day once again.
Mm-hmm.
But going forward after that, like you had Super Saiyan 3, which is by far the most useless transformation in the Dragon Ball universe. It was never successful during anything. Goku in Super Saiyan 3 fought Buu, could barely even do any damage to Majin Buu. Then you had Gotenks, who in Super Saiyan 3, and maybe could have beaten Majin Buu until he ran out of time. But even then, he still got his ass kicked a lot.
But we did get the Mac Daddy out of it.
We did get the Mac Daddy, and that was great. But, after that, let's even go into GT for a second here. Super Saiyan 4 had a hard time beating Baby Vegeta and Baby, but then absolutely useless against Super 17, and even more useless against Omega Shenron.
Mm-hmm.
Again, another pointless transformation that really didn't do anything.
The only useful transformation after that was Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, because he could actually beat.
And that transformation only lasted, 10 seconds?
Yeah.
I remember they had to fuse like 6 times during that fight. But let's go into Super then. So then you have Super Saiyan God, couldn't beat Beerus. Another pointless transformation that did nothing. Super Saiyan Blue then was the next one to come and couldn't beat Hit. Even powered up Super Saiyan Blue couldn't beat Hit. Goku lost that fight, and he knows it. He used the Kaioken, he gave up. And again, against Goku Black, Vegeta got taken out in one hit when he first fought Black. Sure, Black transformed, but even then. They still couldn't beat Goku Black and Zamasu. Another useless transformation. And then you go even further with, the Universal Survival arc. Vegeta goes Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Evolved, as they call it, which is a terrible name.
I was wondering what the name one was.
It's really Super Saiyan Blue Sparkle, Sparkle, Sparkle.
Yeah, that was my name for it. Super Saiyan Sparkle is what I called it when it first happened. That's what it is to me.
Super Saiyan Mr. Sparkle.
Again, so useless, he couldn't even land a hit on Jiren with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ultra Instinct at this point is really the only useful transformation since Gohan Super Saiyan 2 transformation.
Now, Vegeta did beat Toppo with it, though. So that is
by blowing himself up. He would have killed himself if, for some random thing that you guys can probably explain better than I can. I think he should have died, but he didn't.
I think he didn't exert enough energy for him to die. Because if he'd exert too much energy, he might have killed Toppo anyway. So
probably.
Not it wasn't Whis. It was I think Gon and Roshi
Piccolo
were talking about, or Piccolo. Yeah, he was saying that he didn't. He exerted a ton of energy, but the only reason that he survived is because he was Super Saiyan Sparkles.
But
even then,
he's so much more powerful that even a self-destructive move like that wouldn't kill him.
I guess in some ways it makes sense, because the reason why he had that much energy was because of Babidi. Remember, Babidi enhanced his energy, but it didn't enhance his body, it just enhanced his ki. So he had more ki than his body could actually handle, so by exerting all of it at once is what killed him. By exerting all of his ki at once now, his body is it's the amount of money ki his body normally has anyway, so it's not sort of exerted over the amount that you would have.
Yeah, his body's trained. He's become that much more powerful and more advanced that even a move like that won't destroy his body.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm still holding out the hope that 17 is still alive, because he did the same thing, and I think that 17 is still stronger now that he is still floating around somewhere down there.
No, he dead.
No, he dead. No, I like 17.
I like 17 as well, but no, he dead.
But yeah, I mean, that's my thought process of it. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but it seems like this is the one that's finally worth an actual transformation for. Like, everything else has been kind of cool to look at, but the fact that a character comes in and the character is just so much more powerful right off the bat after the transformation, it's like, what's the point? Like, I always feel like with Dragon Ball, what made the original Dragon Ball, not Z, but the original Dragon Ball so great is Goku lost a lot. Like, he lost all fights in the original Dragon Ball.
He didn't win anything, really.
No, he really didn't win anything. The only real thing he won was in the last episodes when he fought King Piccolo.
Yeah.
And that was great because you saw him overcome these challenges. Here, it's like there is the challenge of, this big villain to fight, but it's like you transform, you beat him, 5 episodes later, there's somebody already more powerful. It's like, where was this person when this was going on? I mean, that's how I feel about it. But
I think the importance comes from everything that happened prior to that. Because the first time that we see Goku go Super Saiyan, how many of Frieza's minions had he fought prior to that? He had been beaten down, beaten again, constantly. He won some fights, he lost some fights, he won and then collapsed. And then he finally reaches this point, even after having his ass whooped all this time, that, it's something to be said about the hero's journey there. But
there's a reason. But the transformation for Super Saiyan had a reason behind it. All the other transformations didn't really have a reason behind them.
And exactly, and that's my point. Is that it was something that built up to it instead of just a single fight. Hey, look, I can do this. Like even the Super Saiyan God one.
I don't know. If someone died at the beginning of that arc would have been over a long time ago.
See, it would have Goku would have been fresh. No, but that's the thing about it is it everything that he did leading up to that point that made him that powerful, that pushed him? Yes, that's because that's who Goku's character is. Then when you have these other ones that aren't quite so, I want to say in depth, like everything leading up to the transformation, it's not quite as impactful. Whether it is stronger or not, the most impactful that we've seen was, like you said, Super Saiyan 2 with Gohan, and now Ultra Instinct here, because you look at the entire arc.
Are you telling me that Ultimate Gohan wasn't impactful when he sat around for a bit and then got powers? That he failed to use because he's Ultimate Gohan.
Yeah, well, see, that's my point. Is every universe was eliminated by Universe 7.
Yeah.
Universe 7 has been, I mean, obviously because it's all the main characters, but they've all managed to do their parts, and they've all been, and single-handedly, Goku and Gohan and Android 17 have pretty much been the cause of all of the universes disappearing in the end, because they finished them off.
Yeah.
And Goku's been getting beat, not losing fights, but, he's taken the damage the whole time. And this whole, and he's doing exactly what he wanted to do, was fight a bunch of strong warriors and push himself past his limits. So even further beyond, and that's exactly why this. It's not just that it's the new transformation; it's because of everything that's been leading up to it. That this new ability that he's gained finally is meant to be this impactful, because it's like he's going up against the strongest all the universe have to offer. So I agree. I think it is more impactful, and I'm really hoping that it won't just be because Jiren's obviously gonna go to his full power finally, and then we'll see if it's if Ultra Instinct is going to be enough versus just straight up Jiren's overwhelming power. If any guy who can just one shot Frieza like that is
did he one shot Frieza?
Well, exactly.
Well, let me ask you this then. Now, 2 episodes left. I mean, only one of 3 people can win it now, or it could end in a tie or whatever. Before the tournament started, who did you think was going to win this thing? Be honest now.
Well, Goku obviously, because he's the main character.
Okay.
I mean, I just went with the logic. The whole reason that he's doing this is for Goku to get more powerful. So I was guessing that Goku probably is going to win it. So no, I won't take your glory away from you, Garri.
Thank you.
I know.
It's
I
my
won't
glory.
say. Yes.
I knew Goku would win, but Goku has only ever had one win. No, tournament-wise, he literally has only had one win.
Yeah, that's true. And it didn't really count, did it?
No.
There's nobody really around. Okay, 2 episodes left. The synopsis for those episodes came out. I'm not going to talk about them. I know Chris doesn't want to know the spoilers for them.
Spoilers.
I said for a while now, when he was announced that Frieza was going to win, all these bandwagon jumpers now jumping on that there's only 2 episodes left. Oh, it's so much easier to predict who's going to win now. Whatever.
It's going to be
knows?
Boo. He's going to pop out somehow.
Who's going to pop out? It's just funny to me. Just like there's only 3 fighters left, so you have 1 in 3 chance of guessing it. But I've always thought it would be Frieza. We'll still see what happens. The synopsis wasn't very concrete in what happens. Plus, it's a rough translation, so who knows where the translation really is.
I hope it's Jiren.
You hope it's Jiren? How do you guys, at this point, 2 episodes, think it's going to end? Like, what is going to be the final scene? Like, for me, if you don't mind me going first, as I said, I believe Frieza will win, and I believe the show will literally end on the dragon asking him what his wish is, and him pretty much looking at everybody else with a smirk on his face. And that literally will be the end of the
And it'll end with the ho 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 ho.
His fantastic laugh.
Yes.
Like, that is... I just don't see them fitting a lot of content into the last episode. Like, I just don't see how they can... Oh, they won. Let's go back to Earth. Show how everybody's happy if, Universe 7 does win. But, yeah, that's my theory on it. What about you guys? Ben, let's start.
I've got a theory, actually. I just thought of one.
Okay.
Jiren wins, but before Universe 7 is released, because of the way Goku fought, the Grand Priest says if he goes with him and trains with him, he will have Zeno spare Android Universe 7.
Could happen. Could happen. Tim?
I don't really know with the way that...
Oh, sorry.
What?
I was going to say, the only problem with mine is it would actually make GT more canon, because Bulma says that Goku hasn't seen them for 10 years, so...
Oh, shit.
We don't want that to happen.
Yeah, no. Gross, GT.
But step into the Grand Tour, Grand Tour, Grand Tour.
Yes. Tim?
Tim.
I don't know. Looking at some of how arcs ended in this run of Super, and how they moved into other ones so quickly, like one episode would cover just a ton of ground. I just rushed through it. I feel like they could put a lot of stuff into the final episode. Like he could even finish the fight and have time to do what they want, because they've proven that they are capable and willing to rush through a lot of transitional things. So, I don't know. Like with that in mind, I'm not really sure exactly how it would end, but I feel like the wish would be fulfilled and we'd see it happen. It wouldn't be. I don't think it's going to be like how you see it, Garri. But I don't know. Especially since the movie isn't going to pertain to this, I don't feel like they're going to do a hard cut.
Well, that's not necessarily true. The movie could still have an impact with Super. Like, we don't really truly know the identity of the first Super Saiyan God. It could be the guy who destroyed Jiren's home. Just saying.
Yeah. But that makes you wrong.
But that would what?
That would make you wrong if Jiren got the.
Why would that make me wrong? That would make Ben wrong.
Frieza wouldn't win if Jiren got the wish.
I know.
No, Frieza could still win and Jiren could get the wish.
Did Jiren really knock anybody out? Who was he knocked out?
He's knocked nobody out, dude.
Yeah, but
he knocked that one blue tentacly guy out.
Yeah, but to be fair though, it's based on MVP, and if that's who gave...
Yeah.
And Hit. Jiren eliminated Hit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Igor and Vegeta.
And Vegeta, yeah, of course.
God damn it, stop ruining my day.
But anyway, I'm not saying... To be fair though, it doesn't have to be the person who knocked the most out. We don't know what is considered MVP. It could be who entertained Zeno the most. Which is probably going to be it.
I could see that, most definitely, because with the way that things have kind of just gone off the rails...
That's not fair, because he's best BF Goku.
Yeah.
Doesn't count. That's doo-doo.
I don't know. But with the way a lot of things have gone off the rail and it's been just, like, allowed by the two little people, and the minions are just following along, the angels and gods are just following along with what they want. I feel like MVP is going to be not really, the most valuable contributor to the tournament. It's going to be a popularity contest.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, in light of that, it could go either way. But with the way that they were speculating on Goku, if it's going to be the popularity contest, it's just going to go, toward Goku. And I see the ending in that case then being just, well, summon the thing, get all the universes back, look at me, be the hero again, Goku.
I could also see if Goku gets the wish, Frieza then screams his wish, and then they realise that the same issue. Because remember, they've done a load of hacks, haven't they?
Oh, yeah.
They'h done a lot of throwbacks.
Remember, Frieza tried to get a wish to immortality on Namek, but he couldn't because he didn't speak Namekian. Remember the Super Dragon Balls, you need the language of the gods to say your wish.
Yeah, that's true.
It could be that Frieza tries to get his wish, but can't because he doesn't know how to say the language.
And then Zeno erases him.
That's
the last we see of Frieza.
Oh, man. I mean, Frieza is technically still dead, so... well, who knows? Who knows? Chris, what about you? How do you see it ending?
So, based on just a few things, based on how entertained the Zenos have been, and based on one thing that the High Priest said, he said, "I'll make sure to upgrade your God pads for the next time." I have a feeling that no matter who wins, the universes will be brought back under control of whoever the winning god is. I'm assuming it's going to be Universe 7 because we can't, let our universe... They can't just let Goku and his universe die. But I have 2 points for that coming up. I think the universes will be combined and put back under Universe 7. So the winning universe will have all the denizens of the reigning universes because the Zenos were so impressed with everybody. And I think that Goku is going to get his wish, whatever that might be. He's probably just going to be like, "I don't need anything here, Beerus, you take it," or "Here, Vegeta, you take the wish," whatever the hell he's doing.
Maybe he'll finally revive King Kai.
Yeah. There you go.
No, his wish will be
because Goku won't want anything else.
His wish will be an unlimited food buffet.
There you go.
10 universe
on
wants
the
a
other...
9 into a buffet.
Oh shit. The other way I could possibly see this going is with Goku actually losing against Jiren. And there's nobody left. Jiren does eliminate everybody, and Universe 7 is about to be erased. And that's what the movie is going to be about. Is what happens after Universe 7 becomes erased, and they're like instead of like actually being erased, you find out that they're just being pushed into another dimension or something like that.
They've already said what the movie's going to be about.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, it's going to be about
I didn't
the
hear
first
that.
for saying God.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. Never mind then.
You can see him in Battle of Gods movie and in the anime.
Yeah.
Oh, the silhouette
Yeah.
of it? Oh, okay. Oh, well, never mind then. Okay.
Alrighty.
That completely eliminated my second point. So the hell with it. Yeah. No, I actually didn't listen to what the movie was going to be about at all. So, some Dragon Ball fan I am, bro.
Not really. No. You suck. Get away.
Yeah. No, I know.
Just kidding. Well,
I know.
Alrighty. Well, that was fun. See, we can do a podcast without an episode. We shall see. Next week should be a pretty damn good fight, I'm hoping. Mm-hmm. Actually, thinking about it, like, Goku really hasn't won anything, ever.
No, he definitely hasn't won anything in Super, really.
No, he hasn't won. What did he win in Z?
Frieza.
Frieza?
No, he didn't. Frieza survived.
And you got to remember, he also had a wish to revive his power against Frieza. Remember, because he technically lost against Frieza until the Dragon Ball restored him.
Yeah, he died because he was killed by the lava, and it revived him, and he splurted out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, Goku, honestly, as much hate as we give Goku as being, like, the all-powerful best character that they want him to be, he hasn't really won anything. He didn't win against Cell. He didn't even fight the androids. He lost.
Kid Buu.
Yeah, but that's with everyone's
because of
energy.
Vegeta and everybody's energy.
That's because of Hercule. Hercule was the reason why he won against Buu. Even Hercule beat Buu, technically, because he made Buu friendly.
Yeah, like, he doesn't hold a lot of victories. Piccolo killed Raditz.
Yeah.
And
Vegeta killed Nappa. Yajirobe saved the day. And fight. Gohan stopped Vegeta, technically.
Yeah.
Goku really doesn't have many victories against any of the main villains.
Oh, he beat Yakon.
Okay. By letting him eat his power. Yeah. It's crazy thinking about it. Like, he didn't beat Goku Black and Zamasu.
No.
Trunks technically did that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, couldn't beat Hit, couldn't beat Beerus. Yeah. Didn't beat. Well, technically he did kill Golden Frieza, but
yeah, but
he even lost that fight.
He did lose that fight.
Yeah. He only beat it because he got a do-over.
Yeah, we let him do it again. So, yeah, I mean, he did beat Kefla technically. But
yeah, but
not
you're talking villains though. Kefla's not a villain.
That's true. So yeah, realistically, Goku's only won like 2 fights against minor dudes. I mean, he threw a frog at Ginyu, so I guess that counts as a win.
That's a W in my book.
Yeah.
Yeah, but technically he wasn't in his body, so could we say Ginyu beat himself?
Oh my god.
Well, and technically Frieza beat himself too.
Yeah.
Because of his version of the destructive disc, he forgot about it for a split second.
By the way, can I add in fighters that I love the fact that hurts you?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Super awesome. A little attention to detail there.
By the way, I was watching Atom's video for fighters,
Mm-hmm.
and there's 2 areas in the game that you can't access, but they're in the map, and that's probably why the camera's locked off.
Oh, nice.
There is 2 areas off the side of the map called Raid and Z-Link mode.
I can only imagine Raid is going to be like one enemy goes in, and then like you have to keep fighting him randomly with a bunch of people until you lose and someone takes over, but his health remains where the last person left off.
I'm guessing it's going to be Xenoverse style. I don't know if you ever did Xenoverse raids.
Isn't that what it was?
Kind of, but you don't line up. Basically, a portal appears and everyone goes back at once.
Yeah, they can't do that in fighters. How are they going to fit that many characters?
Oh no, you don't have everyone on screen. You have 8 people in the lobby, but every when you end the thing, it's his health.
Oh, okay.
So when you lose and you enter again, his health would have dropped based on all the other players fighting him.
Well, before they do any of that, they need to fix their netcode so people can get online.
Yeah.
But
they need to do that with
yeah.
Xenoverse as well. Xenoverse netcode is so bad.
Yeah.
It's annoying
But already,
because it's
guys,
my favourite fight.
that was this week's episode of our Unnamed Dragon Ball podcast. Stay tuned for next week as we discuss the big fight between Goku and Jiren. I hope it's a fun fight. I really do.
And I hope we have Chris on again.
I will be happy again if you'll have me and provide my useless insight.
Only if you apologize to me.
No.
Because you apologize to me.
No.
No. Damn it.
Thanks for joining me, guys. It's been fun. It's been real.
Thank you.
Till next week. Chris, Tim, Ben.
Goodbye.
Have a good night.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.